Remember when hybrid vehicles are cheap? When the whole selling point of a hybrid vehicle is because it's cheaper to buy and you get better equipment? But those times have long passed and manufacturers are now trying to change the way we view and adopt hybrid vehicles. Take this all-new Honda City RS e-HEV for example, because unlike its predecessor, the Honda City i-DCD Sport Hybrid, that had lower levels of equipment just to keep the prices low. But this City RS e-HEV is armed to the brim. Every feature available in Honda's arsenal is available in this little thing here. But it's now priced at 105,000 ringgit. That's 19,000 more than the equivalent 1.5V petrol-powered only City. Is 100,000 ringgit Honda City worth it? Is it any good? Let's find out. Hello everybody, this is Adrian for WapCar.my and I'm all about the details. The all-new Honda City RS e-HEV is very high-tech, very expensive, and some claims very not worth it. And I can see where they're coming from, because if you just top up 4,600 ringgit, you can buy a Honda Civic 1.8. Albeit the entry-level model, but it's still one segment up, it's larger, and telling people that I drive a Honda Civic versus I drive a Honda City just hits differently. To a lot of regular consumers, the City RS is just not worth it, and I can see where they're coming from. But I'll dive into that question a little bit later. First up, let's do a quick walk and talk around the exterior. RS body kit, nice. Blacked out front grille, more aggressive lower bumpers, blacked out side mirror caps, as well as a rear spoiler. I see there's a lot of City owners who chose to retrofit this RS body kit onto their regular City petrol, and I think it's a very nice touch. But please remember to swap out the rims to a dark tone finish. I just feel that a dark tone finish wheel just ties in with the black elements on the front grille, side mirror caps, and the rear spoiler much nicer. The only way to tell that this is a genuine RS e-HEV are from the blue heels on the front and rear Honda emblem, rear disc brakes, as well as the e-HEV badging on the rear boot. Now, boot space is a peculiar one because of the hybrid battery pack that's mounted underneath the rear seats. Boot space in the City RS e-HEV is now rated at 410 litres, which is 109 litres smaller than the regular City petrol. It's also smaller than the Toyota Vios and Nissan Almera. You also no longer get a spare wheel, instead you have a tyre repair kit in case you face any punctures. Fortunately, you can still fold the rear seats down for extra loading capacity. Inside is a very familiar place as a regular City. You get the ultra crisp 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, automatic climate control, rear air vents, leather-wrapped steering wheel are some of the same functions that you find in the V-Spec City. Unique to this range-topping RS variant, however, include a power button for the start-stop switch, electronic parking brake, red stitching, ultra suede seats, black headliner, aluminium sports pedals, extra functions for the Honda Sensing ADAS, as well as a 7-inch digital instrument cluster for the hybrid displays. Now I want to dive into the digital display because I find it's very vibrant, very premium looking, shows you way more information compared to the regular analog clusters as seen on other City variants. So for example, here you can see your power charge, your power flow, range, fuel economy, G-meter, and even your safety support systems on your Honda Sensing ADAS. However, I feel that it's a little bit of a missed opportunity because at any given time, you can only display one information. So for example, I'm showing the power flow. I can't keep an eye on the fuel consumption on my trip computer. I have to cycle through the different menus. Given the real estate available on this instrument cluster, I feel that it's a little bit of a wasted opportunity. Space and practicality in here, no complaints because of the electronic parking brake. You free up a little bit more space on the center tunnel. Here you have cubby holes for your keys and whatnot. Large size water bottle goes into the side door bins. Perfect, and you get 4 tennis balls worth of rear knee room. A wonderful complement to this interior will be a set of good carpet mats. Enzo Car Mat is custom made to fit your car perfectly. It goes right into the car's original anchoring point so it doesn't move about, unlike off-the-shelf coin mats that just goes on top. It's also anti-slip for better safety measure. It's made of TPV, a heavy-duty material with high durability. The design traps mud and dirt effectively and is easy to clean, waterproof and antibacterial, unlike toy mats. They are also anti-toxic, anti-odor and anti-flammable. You can choose the color of the lining to suit your car's interior, so what are you waiting for? Get yours now, details in the description box below. As a result from their expertise in hybrid technology, the City's e-HEV dual-motor i-MMD powertrain is a very get-in and drive affair. There's nothing too complicated about it. There's no special ritual that you have to perform, no sequence you have to do. It's just get in and drive. And on the move, well, on paper it has 253 Newton meters of torque, does not feel at all overwhelming despite how dramatic the advertisements that you see online depicts it to be. Not at all. It's a very livable, easy, drama-free experience. Even when you try to accelerate from a standstill, as I'm going to demonstrate right now. Power delivery is so smooth, so linear, and as you can see, there's no kickback, shove in the back kind of experience. And I think this is how all hybrid powertrains should be. Easy to live with, uncomplicated, and most importantly, drama-free. So the TLDR version of the working principle of this i-MMD powertrain is that below 40 kilometers per hour, you're mostly in EV mode, which means pure electric drive, where the engine motor only kicks in to give the battery extra charge when you need it. At between 40 to 80 kilometers per hour, you're also mostly in EV drive, but the engine will kick in more often to give you extra boost and extra charge to get yourself moving. But between 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, you're mostly in combustion engine, where the clutch engages and you're just having a direct drive of your 1.5 litre petrol engine. This is because at this working operation speed, that is when the combustion engine is most efficient and helps you save more fuel. But at above 120 kilometers per hour, the clutch disengages and the engine only works to charge the battery, and your electric motors just gives you maximum power and maximum efficiency. The transition between the electric motor and petrol engine kicking in is really unnoticeable in everyday driving conditions. City traffic, overtaking, highway speeds, you really don't notice it at all. It's only when you perform erratic movements, for example, like you tekan and then lift off, and then tekan and then lift off, forcing the engine to start and stop, that's where you can feel the engine power intervening. Again, I mean, come on guys, that's not normal driving behavior. No one drives like that. So in everyday driving conditions like this, just chill and relax. You really don't feel the transition between the electric motor and combustion engine. Fantastic. And on full felt, you have to look at your speedometer to tell that you're going very fast, very quickly, because this thing is just drama-free. And based on a WapCar 0 to 100 test, the City e-HEV does the Century Sprint in 10.2 seconds. That's faster than the previous generation City IDCD Sport Hybrid with a 7-speed snappy dual clutch transmission. This thing is still faster, and it's the fastest B-segment sedan that we've tested on WapCar. And another thing that really surprised me in this City RS is the handling. Body control is very well suppressed, and the balance of the City RS e-HEV is just sublime. It's way better compared to the regular petrol variants, and I attribute it to the battery pack that's mounted on the rear seats. It just gives the whole car much better weight balance. And despite weighing 111 kilograms extra compared to the regular petrol, City petrol, you don't feel it. You don't feel the extra weight. The handling, you don't feel it. The braking, you don't feel it. Thanks to the all-round disc brakes. The whole handling of this City RS is just sublime. And it gives this ride quality a very mature type of ride quality that I dare say is inching very closely to the Toyota Vios. As for the fuel consumption of the Honda City RS e-HEV, based on our WapCar fuel consumption test, we managed 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers. That's a little bit off from Honda's claim figures of 3.6 liters, but I think that this is very achievable and a very realistic figure in the real world, provided if you're able to maximize the potential of the hybrid powertrain. Now, one of the ways to maximize the potential of the hybrid powertrain is to be very flexible with how you use the regenerative braking. In the City RS e-HEV, you will notice these paddle shifters. Well, these are actually not paddle shifters, these are what Honda calls it to be Deceleration Selector pedals. You change the intensity of the regenerative braking by pulling either of the pedals. So for example, you want to increase the intensity of the regenerative braking, you pull the left pedal, the minus sign. If you want to decrease the intensity of the regenerative braking, you pull the right pedal, the plus sign. So how I would use this is I look very far ahead. I anticipate my journey, I anticipate the roads and my surroundings. For example, let's say if I'm cruising and I know that I'm going to come to a stop for a traffic light or probably downhill, I'll pull the left pedal just to slow it down a little bit, and the intensity of the regenerative braking, you really will slow down quite a fair bit in the City RS. It takes some getting used to, but once you get a hang of it, you'll be an S-rank eco-warrior. Now this City RS e-HEV comes equipped with Honda Sensing ADAS, the full suite. It's the only car in class to come with adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist system. So in the previous gen City Hybrid, the Sport Hybrid IDCT, you guys claim that it's not fully spec'd, you don't get a lot of features, don't want to buy. Now this one, give you everything already, sensing lah, hybrid lah, safe fuel lah, remote start lah, everything give you already. So you better buy, better buy. To sum up the Honda City RS e-HEV, I would say paying over 100,000 for a City sounds absurd. But paying 100,000 ringgit for Honda's latest, most efficient and effective hybrid powertrain, it's a steal. I'm glad that we did not get the 1-litre turbo, because a 3-cylinder turbo with CVT, the performance is, well, nothing to shout about. i-MMD in the City RS e-HEV is way more refined, more efficient, more effective and more powerful. A true energy-efficient vehicle. It's the latest and greatest from Honda. Why would you want to settle for anything with less cylinder, less power and less efficient? We just need to get over our irrational fear of hybrids and start looking at hybrids with an open mind. After all, if you can't learn to accept a hybrid, what makes you think we're ready to go for electric? As always, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this.